Hey everyone, I'm going to be reading this book today called Wemberly Worried. And as I'm reading this book, I want you to think about how it connects to what we talk about in our classroom when we say size of the problem. So think about the things that Wemberly's worried about. Think about the size of the problem versus the size of her reaction. Okay, Wemberly Worried by Kevin Hanks. I'm going to read and then show you the pictures. Wemberly worried about everything. Can you see what she's worried about in this picture? That cloud. Big things. I wanted to make sure you were still here. Little things. What's the little thing that worries her in this picture? And things in between. Mama, what if I shrink? Wemberly worried in the morning, she worried at night, and she worried throughout the day. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. Can you guys read what's on her grandma's shirt? It says, go with the flow. At home, Wemberly worried about the tree in the front yard. What if it falls on our house? And the crack in the living room wall. What if it gets bigger and something comes out of it? And the noise the radiators made. What if there's a snake inside? Do you think that some of her worries are all possible, or do you think that some of them are not quite possible? At the playground, Wemberly worried about the chains on the swings and the bolts on the slide and the bars on the jungle gym. Too rusty, too loose, too high. And always she worried about her doll, Petal. Shouldn't Petal have a car seat too? Petal's lost forever. I found her, sweetie. I'll wait for you, Petal. Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. When Wemberly was especially worried, she rubbed Petal's ears. Wemberly worried if she didn't stop worrying, Petal would have no ears left at all. On her birthday, Wemberly worried that no one would come to her party. See, said her mother, there was nothing to worry about. Look at all these friends that showed up. But then Wemberly worried that there wouldn't be enough cake. This classmate says, this is the best present ever. I wish I had my birthday today. On Halloween, Wemberly worried that there would be too many butterflies in the neighborhood parade. I'll show you guys. There's Wemberly. And here's her parade of classmates. Do you see any butterflies? See, said her father, there was nothing to worry about. There are no other butterflies. But then Wemberly worried because she was the only one. You worry too much, said her mother. When you worry, I worry, said her father. Worry, 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 said her grandmother. Too much worry. And then she's pointing to a window that says, take it as it comes. Kind of like that same message of go with the flow. Soon Wemberly had a new worry, school. Wemberly worried about the start of school more than anything she had ever worried about before. And then she's on her dad's shoulders and he's saying, I loved school. By the time the first day arrived, Wemberly had a long list of worries. What if no one else had spots? What if no one else wears stripes? What if no one else brings a doll? What if the teacher's mean? What if the room smells bad? What if they make fun of my name? What if I can't find the bathroom? What if I hate the snacks? What if I have to cry? Don't worry, said her mother. Don't worry, said her father. But Wemberly worried. She worried and worried and worried. She worried all the way there. You see her grandma saying, "Have fun." While Wemberly's parents talked to the teacher, Mrs. Peachum, Wemberly looked around the room. Then Mrs. Peachum said, "Wemberly, there's someone I think you should meet." Her name was Jewel. She was standing by herself. She was wearing stripes. She was holding a doll. Do you guys see Jewel? There she is. At first, Wemberly and Jewel just peeked at each other. "This is Petal," said Wemberly. "This is Niblet," said Jewel. Petal waved. Niblet waved back. "Hi," said Petal. "Hi," said Niblet. "I rub her ears," said Wemberly. "I rub her nose," said Jewel. Throughout the morning, Wemberly and Jewel sat side by side and played together whenever they could. Petal and Niblet sat side by side too. Wemberly worried, but no more than usual, and sometimes even less. Before Wemberly knew it, it was time to go home. "Come back tomorrow," called Mrs. Peachum as the students walked out the door. Wemberly turned and smiled and waved. "I will," she said. "Don't worry." Here's the last page. So let me ask you guys, throughout the book, Wemberly was so worried about a lot of different things. And some might say things that other people might not even notice. So do you think that the worrying helped her, or do you think that the worrying didn't help the situation? Okay, well, that's it for our read aloud. Bye.